1973. Cool. Hey, if you want to join us on the phone, 216-578-1007. 800-348-1007 and text 35192.
Some owners of McDonald's franchises are reportedly concerned about a campaign partnership with Cardi B, especially the ad where they claim their burgers have a wet-ass patty.
Oh, boy, that hit me the right way.
That's
McDonald's had got the Cardi B and Offset meal. When you drive through McDonald's now, they have a lot of these partnerships. Primarily urban artists, black artists, what McDonald's is going for with these. They did the Travis Scott thing. I think they pulled that with the quickness after the whole thing. What was his show called? Sunspot, or where all those people died? Travis Scott. Anyway,
I just talked about this morning. Man, I can't remember what the festival was called.
Travis Scott. They did a collaboration with him a few years ago. They hadn't done it for a long, long time. 30 years ago, they did like a Jordan meal or something when Michael Jordan was the biggest thing on the planet. They did a collaboration with Michael Jordan, and they hadn't done it for a long, long time. So they started doing it again. And they did Travis Scott. They have, again, a lot of artists that some people might not be familiar with. They did a Saweetie meal. BTS, for people who like K-pop, they did one of those. Currently, if you pull into a McDonald's, you'll see they're offering the Cardi B and Offset meal. Now, I don't know what that is. I don't know what's included in it. I haven't asked. Anytime we go through McDonald's, the only thing my daughter wants is a plain hamburger. So I don't know what this meal is, but apparently there are a lot of franchisees who aren't too keen on Cardi B, I guess. I don't know why. I mean, she's super hot. I think that maybe they need to position this in a different way, I wonder if there are any people who know who Offset is, but have no idea who Cardi B is. And I think that's the niche audience that maybe you should be looking for. Offset is a dude from, where's he from? Migos? Poundcake? Yeah. Migos, right? And but that's his wife, Cardi B.
Hell, they were married, and then they were getting divorced, and then they were married again. So,
well, they keep having kids. So I think he was like, let's just hang out and see if
Yeah, he had that stupid festival, Astro World.
That's what it was.
That's the Travis Scott festival.
Yeah, he had Astro World, and then the Saweetie meal is SAWETEE, I think, Saweetie. And I don't know.
They're doing a cupcake meal. These are all rappers.
But the thing is, I understand they're trying to get promo for these artists, but people have to actually have an interest in looking up the artist, because Cardi B and Offset, people know who they are. Travis Scott, people know who he is. But I didn't know who Saweetie was before the
Because you don't listen to the show. I got you on Saweetie 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. I told you guys, don't sleep on Saweetie. Everybody was talking about, who were they talking about?
Lizzo?
They were talking about Lizzo. They were talking about Nicki Minaj.
I
said, Saweetie. And Poundcake doesn't listen to the show. So he didn't take my advice.
I still slept on Saweetie, though.
But again, there are lots of people who know who that is.
Should have taken your advice. I went to a wedding this weekend where I would have known a lot more songs if I had listened to you.
They were all Saweetie songs?
Oh, it's Mike Paramore's wedding.
Mike Paramore's wedding. So, black wedding. And I was...
But you weren't flying solo, were you?
No. It was me, and I brought my girlfriend, and then I was there with Brian Kenny and his wife, and Cody Cooper was there. Everything was good. It was a great wedding, beautiful wedding.
This is out in Denison. Ohio.
Yeah, out in Denison at this really beautiful venue. It was nice. It was a nice wedding. There's not really much to report because it was just sweet. It was just like a sweet, cute wedding, and we stayed the night at a hotel not far by. We went to a bar afterwards called Shenanigans, which is always fun to do. Find a bar named Shenanigans, you got to go to that bar. And then went swimming.
You can't stop there. You have to go to the bar, but then what do you have to do?
Put some crazy crap on the wall?
You got to have some shenanigans.
Oh, we did have some shenanigans. Yeah. We played some cardboard crack.
Oh, lottery tickets?
Yeah. And then
all right.
I love you call it that, cardboard crack.
We didn't win anything, and then we went back to the hotel and went swimming. We happened to be staying at the same hotel that Brian Kenny and his wife were staying at, so that worked out nice because we were all able to hang out for a little while. But there are people, like there was like 7 or 8 people in the hot tub, and I don't go in public hot tubs anymore. So I was fine with it. I was like, fine, I'll chance it with the pool, not going in the hot tub.
You will not go in. I fully understand
this
that there's
a nice
8 people
hotel?
in there, but
It
you
was a
won't.
comfort inn.
You won't go into a hot tub if you're the only one in it, or you won't go in any public hot tub.
I think I'm going to just stay out of public hot tubs.
Yeah.
And it was what Brian Kenny called when a bunch of white trash is in a hot tub, he calls that Pittsburgh soup.
Well, yeah, because we don't have that around here. Listen, it is like a human frap, and what's more awkward is when you'll be the only one in a hotel hot tub, and other people get in, and you don't like the look of them, and then you have to wait to figure out how long until you get out.
Well, that was
because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get out, but I don't want them to think that I'm getting out because of them, even though that's what I'm doing.
That was my scenario the last time I was in a hot tub when I got real sick from it. 3 people came in not swimsuits. 2 of them were children, and I was just like, all right, I'm out of here. I didn't wait long at all. I was just like, this is weird, because they were, especially like the mom was just wearing like a t-shirt and her boobs were just all jubbling around, and she wasn't a young mom. It was weird.
Yeah, also, I don't know that I would get into a hotel hot tub with people already in it. I think usually if I'm the only one in it, I'm okay there. But if there were other people in it, I don't think I'd get in. But to your point, those things aren't huge.
I mean,
7 or 8 people.
It was a decent size, but it was like shoulder to shoulder in there, and I was like, no way. I get in there where my feet are touching other feet, my shoulders are touching other shoulders.
Because they probably all know each other, and you don't know any of them.
I don't think I think they were making friends. I think they were having some drinks and making other friends with other people in the hotel, because it was like kind of changing. There was some people that were in there, and then the others left, and new ones came in, and I was just like, I'm not worried about the hot tub. Pool's good enough for me. But it was a fun wedding, and yeah, Mike Paramore and Jen, congratulations. Happy for you guys. He wrote his own vows, and
were they funny?
No, they were really sweet. But he started crying while he was reading them, and then he got all embarrassed about it. He's like, my voice has never sounded like this. I didn't know it could sound like this. And that was a like sweet moment. And he got married by this black preacher that was like very big guy and wearing sunglasses and like slick back hair. I loved it. It was a whole vibe, as they say.
And everybody had fun.
It was a blast. Yeah. Mike and Jen are just great people. And they had this 360 photo booth where they like put a camera on it and then like goes around in a circle and you dance. And I got some video of that. Nothing like crazy to report though. We smoked a joint with the bride's dad. That was funny.
Mm-hmm.
He just came over and he's like, that smells good. And we're like, you want to hit it? And he's like, absolutely. Because he was in from New Jersey. So I was like, I was afraid to travel with it. So I'm like, we got you. So we had a good time.
Smoke weed every day.
And you guys were, everybody got along. Everybody was having fun.
Yeah.
Shenanigans.
There was shenanigans. There was, pretty fun. But it's also a wedding where like the people getting married were in their 40s. So at 8:30, everybody's like, all right.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It wasn't a late night affair.
Okay. Well, yeah, because there's a lot of family and things like that. Somebody's got to, push Nana Grace back to the hotel or whatever. But I think if you're going to go to a wedding, you got to be ready to party.
Like, majority of the people there were black people in the country. So they're like, all right, sun's going down. We need to get to someplace where we feel better than being just in the country.
Dan says, I refer to hot tubs as pots of anus juice.
That's not a bad way of referring to them. I'm done with public hot tubs.
Not only that, but they have to shock those with so much chlorine that your eyes immediately start to water as soon as you get in. And that really does cut down on the relaxing part of the hot tub when your eyes are on fire because, hey, Ted.
Hey, how's it going?
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good.
All right. All I want to bring up is a little bit ago you brought up, a lot of people aren't too keen on Cardi B, but she personally admitted to drugging, robbing, and raping dudes when she was a stripper. So that's probably why people aren't too keen on her, I would say.
Yeah, you texted me that.
Yeah, I just wanted to, I didn't know if it was going to get brought up,
Ted really wanted people to know. Yeah, well, that's not what they said. That's not what they said. That's not what they said they had a problem with. They said they had a problem with her.
They may not have said that, but shit, man. Oh, sorry.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, she's able to skate on that stuff because she's like,
they didn't like her lyrics. Yeah.
I think that movie Hustlers was based on her experiences. I think that's why they put her in it. I think that she
did. He say she admitted to raping men?
Yes, he said that.
Is that a Cardi B?
I don't know.
Is that part of the lore?
I think it was the opposite.
The drugging and the robbing, I get. But
I don't think you're raping them.
I think it was the other way around, and that was her way of
revenge. Yeah.
Maybe revenge or
she would rob them because
she'd have sex with them, they'd fall asleep, and then she'd take their money. That's all in the public record. I mean, she was talking on talk shows about that when she got pretty big. But listen, I don't understand. And again, these are the franchisees, right? The execs, they don't give a fat frog's ass because they go, we're making a ton of money on these collabs. Making a ton of money. The franchisees do have some leeway on what they will and won't do. And they said that 65% of U.S. franchisees don't care. They didn't care for the Travis Scott collab, and they're not big on the Cardi B thing. But that's all part of the public record. So it's like you know what someone's done when you said, we're going to put your face on a hamburger or on a bag of Coke. They sell Cokes in bags over there, don't they?
I don't know if it's in a bag
of
but
Coke?
They do have Coke, yeah.
I mean, when we've been overseas, you get milk in a bag. When are they going to start selling? Yeah, bags of milk. Canada, too.
Bags of milk.
They're trying to get them to do it down here, but Americans have a real hard time getting their head around a bag of milk. And people go, well, it would be kind of more sustainable, and it's more, blah, blah, blah. And people down here somehow can't get their heads around that. They go, milk comes in cardboard or glass, and I won't hear another thing about it.
Yeah, where will we put it, though? I don't have room for a bag in my fridge. So
it's a tiny bag of milk. It's like school kids get them. It's like a Capri Sun.
Oh.
If kids can drink Capri Suns, why can't we drink milk out of bags?
But that's just a waste. Because
it's not more of a waste than a big cardboard gallon or a big plastic jug.
But that means you're going to have multiple little bags of plastic or whatever it's going to be, and then there's going to be a box or something.
Yeah, but it's like biodegradable material is the point.
Okay.
But they can't, trust me, there's nobody in this country that's got a problem with it because they don't think it's environmental enough. It's because they can't get their heads around it. You go to Canada and you order milk, it comes in bags. You go, let me get a bag of 2%. They've been doing that for 60 years.
My high school had that.
It's cheaper too.
I went to Highland High School for 1 year, and they had milk in bags, and it was fine.
Well, all I'm saying is
it felt like we're in Canada, but
they should.
That's not necessarily a bad thing.
They
it felt
should.
safe.
It felt safe. Yeah. Well, over the years there have been a couple of convenience store chains that have tried it. Growing up in Illinois, we would go to Wisconsin pretty frequently, and there was a chain of convenience stores called Quick Trip. I don't know if they're around anymore. They had them in Michigan and Minnesota, upper Midwest. You'd find Quick Trips. And I don't know if they're around anymore, but they would sell milk in bags. And maybe it's because they were, what does Poundcake say geographically? They were up? Maybe because those states were up?
Yeah.
I don't.
Toward Canada that they, did that. But that's what you said, right? That you didn't want to go up?
They're up higher.
Yeah, they're up higher.
They're up higher on the map.
Right, because those states are up higher. Maybe they thought that the altitude wouldn't affect the bags of milk so much. But they, I guess McDonald's is having some issues with their franchisees over the, there's a grandpa, by the way, in Nashville. We have a lot of bureau chiefs in Nashville. Sounds like a young grandpa, but it is Tennessee. that he is going to lose weight by eating McDonald's and only McDonald's for 100 days.
So I woke up this morning and I weighed in at 238 pounds, and I decided that that is absolutely unacceptable. So I drove down to McDonald's. I know some of you are thinking that might be crazy, but I'm going to eat nothing but McDonald's for the next 100 days. But instead of eating everything they give me, I'm going to go ahead and cut the meals in half, just to kind of prove to myself and maybe some of the other people watching that it's not as much what you're eating, it's the quantity that we're eating that really jacks us up.
Mm-hmm. So he's throwing that out there like that's some big epiphany or whatever. But what a great way to say, I only want to eat McDonald's. What a great way. Say, here's what I'm going to do, guys. Here's the hook. I'm going to eat less. People go, oh, my God, how did nobody think of this?
I broke my own rule yesterday having a first.
You had sex with a woman?
It's not a rule. It's more of like, just kind of a suggestion on his part.
I had a first date at McDonald's.
Oh, really?
You did?
Accidentally. It was a spur of the moment thing.
Accidentally?
So I was going to get my tire put on. I went to go get a new tire, and while they were doing that, there was like a line. So across the street from where I was getting my tire fixed, there was a McDonald's. So I was like, oh, I'll just go over there and wait. And I had time to kill, so I order my little Shamrock Shake and my Big Mac, and then I get the talking on Facebook dating. And there was a guy that lived right around the way. I was like, well, there's a public place. He's not going to kidnap me. There's cameras here.
Oh, that works fast.
So, yeah,
in real time, he goes, I'm just kicking it here at the McDonald's if you want to come around the corner and meet me.
Yeah, I was there for like a couple hours.
Wow.
So I was like, if you want to come up and meet me, then we can chill here. And that's what we did.
And how was that? Was it fine? Did you order food for him?
No,
Did you buy him some food?
He bought everything himself. I had already eaten by the time he got there.
You had already had a Shamrock Shake?
Yeah. So
And a Big Mac.
And a Big Mac.
Oh, you had a Shamrock Shake and a Big Mac?
Yeah.
Oh, must have missed it.
And so we just talked and we hit it off, and so it might be something, it might not, but first date.
What an interesting little meet cute.
That is, I like that.
We met on Facebook, but he was round the way and came through. And
met on Facebook, then went to the Facebook of restaurants.
Real talk. And it was the first time me ordering inside of the building on a kiosk. I didn't, there was no register required. I ordered on the kiosk, and they brought it right to my table.
Oh, yeah, they don't even want to talk to people anymore. They're like,
yeah,
go over there and do it. You're like, but I can see you behind the counter. I don't care. Yeah. Don't approach me.
I don't mind that order at the kiosk and they bring it to you, though. That's nice.
It was weird, because I haven't gone inside of a McDonald's. I don't know how long. And then my first instinct, because of, just years past, me walking up to the register, and they're like, please don't bother us. Please order on a kiosk. Literally, there's a sign please order at the kiosk.
Yes.
No, this register is now closed. I'm like, damn. So I'm trying to navigate this.
And I don't know that they're ever open. A lot of these places, they're like, food is outgoing only, all right? We're just here to give you the food. We don't want to take the order. We don't want to. That's the first step towards them having no humans behind the counter.
Yep.
Have like an automat. We went to I got a break. That's what's called a tease.
Yeah.
All right, let me break here. If you want to text for something, 35192. You can watch if you like at AlanCoxShow.com.